Let's begin. This is Kyle Johnston mic'd up. Yes, this is Kyle Johnston mic'd up. Went through a little rebranding there. You know, I wasn't really feeling the other fucking name title. It was a kind of a quick fix when I created everything. So I've been slowly in the process of changing over my website address, my Twitter handles. Go with something a little bit more convenient. You know, since I am mic'd up, I do a lot of my stuff on podcasts, television, radios. I do provide some written work, as you been checking out my EPL Weekend Rewind. Thanks for everybody checking it out. We got some big hits on it. But you can find my work at K Johnston Mic'd Up. You can find my work on my blog site, kylejohnstontheblog.wordpress.com. Yes, that will change. I'm going to get to a longer podcast a little bit later on. Talk about the earthquakes. Talk about the attack in Afghanistan. Talk a little bit more about a little bit of negative stuff about Rio. Might throw in some Tennessee Titans on the next podcast. But I'm just going to spit out my sports picks here for you quick because we got some Champions League qualifying action going down at 2:45. We got a lot of afternoon baseball games on the board. You know, I didn't like the board too much. But, you know, a little studying, a little crunching some numbers. We found some value, hopefully. So let's jump right into the Champions League qualifying. Got a couple interesting matches going on today. Remember this, you got to remember it's all about aggregate. Plays a big fucking role in it. So first up on the board, kind of caught my eyes, Borussia Mönchengladbach. They're hosting Young Boys of Switzerland. Young Boys of Bern, I'm pretty damn sure. Now Borussia Mönchengladbach, a week ago, walked into Switzerland, laid a beatdown 3-1 on Young Boys, 3 away goals. They pretty much have it locked in the bag. Now there's a lock for every key. There's a key for every lock, There's a key for every lock. But this one looks pretty signed, sealed, and delivered. Now, because of the 3-goal output, the 3 away goals, I don't see Young Boys really coming to play. I don't see Borussia Mönchengladbach really pushing it either. I could see them scoring a goal, maybe 2, for their home supporters in Germany. But I went the Asian alternate line at 3.5 goals. Because right now, as it stands, the over-under for the total goals is at 2.5. And you're getting that plus 240 for the under 2.5. And I think that's got some fucking value there. I really do. But to play it a little bit safer, why not take the extra goal on the Asian alternate handicap line? And we'll take 3.5 basically at even money, minus 110. I don't see 4 goals in this game. I just can't foresee it. If there is 4 goals in this game, the Young Boys are going to be pushing fucking overtime. If not, they didn't show up at all. And I don't think Borussia Mönchengladbach have the firepower to blast 4 goals in by themselves. I look for, a 2-0 win, 1-1 draw kind of deal. I don't know if Gladbach's going to have all their starting players playing since the Bundesliga begins this weekend. I'm pretty damn sure they just had the Polka Cup going down last weekend. Gladbach won 1-0 away. So I like the under 3.5 in the Borussia Mönchengladbach Young Boys game. Now we move on down the board. A game that kind of caught my eye is Rostov, Russian team. They're hosting Ajax of the Eredivisie. I'm a big Ajax supporter. I'm sorry, I'm an Ajax fan. I enjoy watching them over in the Eredivisie. I enjoy watching their academy. They bring in a lot of promising young footballers into the world of football. I've been to the Ajax Stadium. I watched Netherlands lay a fucking beat down on Northern Ireland, 6-0 or 7-1, something like that, before Euro 2012. Fucking smoking in the stands. It was the best thing in the fucking world, man, down there when I went to Ajax Stadium, where I took off at halftime to go for my smoke, grab a beer, kind of shoot the shit with some of the people I had met down there, have a good time. And I came back a little early because, unlike fucking North America, the Queens move pretty fucking quick down there in Europe at the stadiums. They have it down right. And there's people trying to get their bets in, so things are moving quick at halftime. So I came back a little early, had my beer in hand, had a few cigarettes, feeling good. I was sitting there, and I took a look to my right, and about maybe 15 feet to my right and a couple rows above me were these 2 guys, and they were sitting there smoking. I saw them both light up a cigarette. I was like, holy fuck. You know, like, I hadn't been in a European stadium for a football match in, 3 years at that time. And I looked down and I saw this girl security guard there, this lady security guard. And she clearly fucking looked up and was clearly watching them fucking lighting up their smoke. And the fucking best thing about the whole fucking thing was she sat there, she watched them, she let them both fucking finish their cigarette, and fucking walked over and said, hey, please don't smoke again or I might have to ask you to leave. And fucking sure enough, fucking about as soon as the fucking second half kicked off, I looked over, they were both smoking again, and about 10 minutes into the second half, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna have a cigarette too. So, you know, not bad time down there at Ajax Stadium. They have like a nice little fucking tailgate area, kind of right beside the pitch. Nice little court with grass and shops and stuff, and everybody goes down there and meets, and they're drinking, selling food. It was a good fucking time. But, that being said, Rostov pulled out a 1-1 draw in Amsterdam. They got the crucial away goal. Now, Ajax, they have to travel to Russia, which is not a fucking easy thing to do. Now, give them credit. They traveled to Greece and came out with a 2-1 victory over Polk. But Russia is a whole different fucking animal. And Rostov, they've been playing some pretty good football as of late. You know, they got a half-decent form, you know. 2 draws and a win and a loss. I guess you can even extend it. In the last 6 matches, they got 3 wins, 2 draws, and a loss. They traveled to Anderlecht, beat them 2-0. So they got some quality in their boots, Rostov. Now, as it currently stands, Rostov's plus 210, take away 3 points in this game. Ajax plus 155, draws plus 220. I'm going to ignore all of that. And I'm going to go and jump on to qualify Rostov minus 125. That way I don't have to fuck around with extra time. I just need them to win somehow. Win in regular time, win in extra time, win in penalty kicks. I don't care. But I think Rostov, the Russian team at home, will be able to pull it off. I think it's going to be a big barrier for Ajax. Now, Ajax got a good team. I don't know if Tim Krul is going to be between the woodworks, but I don't think that's really going to matter. I like Rostov at minus 125 to qualify for the Champions League and leave Ajax on the outside looking in. Now, another game that kind of intrigues me is the FC Salzburg Dinamo Zagreb match. Austrian team versus a Croatian team. Both like to score goals. Both have been in excellent form as of late. Excellent form. Salzburg's plus 100, take away 3 points. Zagreb's plus 310. Draw in this game is plus 250. Now, last time out, last week, these clubs played to a 1-1 draw. Salzburg got the important away goal. I can see a lot of goals happening in this match. That's why it's kind of caught my intrigue. As it stands right now, over 2.5 goals is at minus 118. I think that's definitely in play. I think there's some value at the minus 118. Zagreb's going to be going for it. They're going to open themselves up. So that means Salzburg and their fucking quick counterattack and stuff can really fucking put the pedal to the metal on them. There'll be a lot of open space. And if Zagreb does fucking grab a goal, then fucking Salzburg's got to go for it. You know, so I see over 2.5 goals in that match. Now we can move over to the diamond. Had to do some studying here. Didn't really like the board all that much, but you know, fucking SD gens. You know, we always find some value somewhere. At least we think we do. So over on the diamond, a little MLB action. First kind of game that caught my eye is some late night action going on between the San Francisco Giants and the LA Dodgers. Rich Hill's coming back from his blister injury, going to make his debut for the LA Dodgers. If you know me, I hate fucking betting on pitchers or playing the side of a team that has a pitcher coming off the DL, unless they're fucking one of the aces. Especially making his debut for the team. Now, Rich Hill hasn't faced the Giants since like 2006, 2007, something like that. So fucking past trends don't really matter with the guy. Johnny Cueto has fared fairly well against the Dodgers recently. His last 5 outings against the Dodgers, Johnny Cueto's got 3 wins. Now he's allowed 6 runs and 4 runs in 2 of those starts. Took away the win in the run, and he allowed 6 runs. Now I know the Giants are fucking struggling right now, but it's their arch rivals. It's a fucking big rivalry game. They're gonna show up. I think they're gonna be able to hit Rich Hill hard, and that's why my second play in that game is the over 7. We got over 7 runs right now, the over-under. I like the over 7, and I like the San Francisco Giants at plus 125. My first 2 MLB picks. The Dodgers are sitting on minus 145. I think it's just a little bit too much juice for Rich Hill coming off the DL. So I like the San Francisco Giants to get it done at plus 125. I really like the over better at minus 120, over 7. Now the Colorado Rockies in a little afternoon game. First pitch is 2:10. Colorado Rockies with Mr. Anderson on the mound takes on Zach Davies and the Milwaukee Brewers in Milwaukee. As it stands, it's a pick 'em at minus 110. Over under in this game is 8.5. I like the Colorado Rockies to avoid the sweep. The Brewers took the first 2 games. Anderson's been pitching rather well. Now the Brewers have hit lefties all right, but I look for Tim Anderson, Mr. Anderson, the Colorado Rockies to take home this win and avoid the sweep at minus 110 in Milwaukee. Now another intriguing play in that game is the over. I'm kind of weary about it. Tread with caution. Tread water on that one. Probably not going to play the over in that game. I've got the Rockies click, but I'm kind of wavering on the over. Scared money never wins. But I also like the Toronto Blue Jays tonight. We're seeing money starting pouring in on the Toronto Blue Jays. It's up to $1.70 right now with Marco Estrada on the mound. They're taking on the Los Angeles Angels. Schumacher's on the mound for the Angels. Schumacher's a fucking gas can. He's had a better outing this year than he has in his last 2. Emotional pitcher. I look for the Jays bats to catch up to his fastball. I look for the Jays to fucking put a lot of runs on the board tonight as well. Only thing is can they get 9 runs by themselves? Because Marco Estrada is going to come to play. But stay tuned. I'm going to have a podcast coming out a little bit later. I still got a fucking bitter taste in my mouth about the Nate Diaz loss. Really fucking put a big dent in one of my books after a fucking solid 2-3 week run with the Olympics and baseball and CFL. CFL's starting to turn the corner. So the fucking Nate Diaz fight put a fucking big dent in it. Fucking didn't make me feel too good. Last night wasn't a fucking good night either. Once you get those fucking bad vibes going for you, you gotta fucking break them somehow. But you gotta be smart, play smaller units. That's what I did fucking last night. Played some smaller units, trying to get back in the groove again. But remember, if you're not laying the money down on the table, you're not winning.
Under my skin is the reason